How's it going, everyone? It is Andre Williams, and today we're going to be talking about SNDL, Sundial Growers, and what your game plan should be going into Monday, which is tomorrow. But one of the things I want to remind you about, and which you already know already, SNDL has a lot of demand and a lot of volume behind it, and it's on a lot of radars. So with this said, we need to make sure that it actually stays strong. And what we know for sure is that they have a lot of capital and they are working on a merger and an acquisition of a company. So what I want to do very quickly here is think about this one particular company that made a news release back in February talking about a company, which is a Canadian company, talking about actually acquiring them. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to read that out to you guys, and this is just speculative. This is not confirmed, but I think it would be very interesting. It would be a great move for SNDL, Sundial Growers, to actually consider. All right, so let's get started. Grapefruit USA Inc. announces receipt of initial informal acquisition inquiry. This was dated on February the 11th, but I feel like this is something to bring back on the radar just in case we get any clues of this actually happening and being a target for SNDL. So ticker symbol GPFT that trades on the OTC, a premier fully licensed California-based cannabis company, announces it has recently been approached by a Canadian cannabis company to enter into discussions concerning a potential acquisition transaction. Bradley J. Uris, Grapefruit CEO, commented, Grapefruit is not surprised to be approached concerning a potential acquisition. In light of the company's recent disclosure concerning its 714% year-over-year revenue increase, the public reaction to the company's patented disruptive Hourglass THC cannabinoid delivery cream and recent announcement by U.S. Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer concerning prioritization of the federal legalization of cannabis by descheduling THC. Grapefruit has always been fundamentally driven by compliance, so management decided it was incumbent upon the company to make this announcement to prevent possible selective leaks of this material, heretofore non-public information, and/or to prevent insider trading. That being said, we wish to emphasize that the discussions reported here are preliminary in nature and may be terminated at any time. Grapefruit will update the public as necessary on these discussions as events proceed. So we've already talked about how important or how big it would be for SNDL to actually get into the US market. And this is a great way for SNDL to actually take advantage of this opportunity. Could they be the company that's in discussions with Grapefruit? We don't know about that, but it's definitely something to keep on your radar and to keep an eye on and do your due diligence even further. So with that said, let's get into the technical analysis, and then I'll be giving you guys my final thoughts afterwards. All right, so we're now doing a technical analysis for SNDL Sundial Growers. So as you can see from over here from November, it's definitely had quite the run up, coming from 13 cents all the way up to reaching a high of $3.96. Currently, we're at $1.49. So what happened on Friday is that we had lows where we hit $1.40. And then we ended up having highs where we're able to hit $1.53. So one of the things that we want to take a look at, what are the resistance levels that we need to pass so SNDL can start moving towards the upside. So as you can see right here, we definitely have some resistance here at $1.55. Once we're able to get past $1.55, we can start making some moves to this next level here around $1.60. Once we get past $1.60, then we can start visiting that $1.70 range. As you can see right here, we have a wall here at $1.75. So once we pass this, then we know we could definitely get to $1.80 very quickly. If you want to take a look at what are the support levels are, we can see we have some strong support here around $1.35. So that's an area that is very important for SNDL and they need to hold. But we don't have some times where, when we had the market correction that was going on, we had a low getting all the way down to here around 94 cents, but recovering fairly quickly, catching back up to a support here at $1.08. We know they've had their earnings recently, and that ended up being better than expected. So that did a great job keeping Sundial above $1, because we know how important that psychological $1 range actually is. So if we take a look even at another support level to pay attention to, is around this $1.20 area. If this $1.20 area ever breaks, then you know we can get down to under $1, or even, as you can see over here, around the $1.10 area. So it's very, very important. We could start seeing a very strong move passing even the $1.80. You see this $1.80 right here? Once we get past this $1.80 area, I know it's going to be a very quick move getting closer to $2. So I gave you guys the two situations, whether we have a move to the upside or whether we end up having a gap down. So by taking a look at the chart, we've already seen that SNDL has already kind of broken the trend here, as you can see from the 21-day EMA. But at the same time, it's coming right back above it, because you can see it's at $1.41 and SNDL is at $1.49. So this is still remaining bullish for the most part. So it'll be very interesting to see what happens going forward. And that's what I wanted to update you guys with going into tomorrow, which will be Monday. So for my final thoughts on SNDL, I still see a bullish trend moving to the upside. In regards to the acquisition and grapefruit, like I said, this is strictly speculation, but this is also something that we could take advantage of. The most recent news, which you're going to be being put up on the screen, and I'm also going to be including a link, was on March the 8th when they gave an update in regards to the Canadian company that they're going to be doing business with. So one of the things you want to be aware of, this is a situation where we buy the rumor and sell the news. There's a good chance that SNDL can benefit from this speculation and on this rumor that is floating around. Many people are saying, hey, it's SNDL who's going to be that company that's going to be doing the acquisition. But for now, we don't know that as of yet. We don't have any concrete evidence, but we can make plays off of it. And the best way to do this is to know those support areas and those entry points that we covered in the technical analysis. Another thing that I want to put out there is a disclaimer. I'm not a financial advisor, and this isn't financial advice. So just know when you do invest, you're doing it at your own risk. You always want to make sure whatever money that you're investing or you are trading with, you cannot have any emotions in the money. So it cannot be money that you cannot afford to lose. It shouldn't be your rent money. It shouldn't be your bill money. It shouldn't be money that you're saving up for some sort of an occasion or something that's just very expensive coming up and you don't have much time. It's just not worth doing it, because that's when you end up losing. Another thing is, when I was actually watching and reading the SNDL earnings call, they're definitely making a focus in improving their products as well. They've had issues with the overall potency of the products that they make, and they've been really focusing on actually getting better at that, which I very well even respect. Also on top of that, during that earnings call, the CEO was also saying within the next 60 to 90 days, we could be getting further information in regards to their merger and acquisition target. If you took a look at that article that I just screenshotted and put on the screen, they apparently were saying that there's a shareholder meeting that's going to be going down sometime in April for the particular company that's looking to acquire and actually get this company and work with them. So again, there's a lot of speculation. It may not be SNDL at all. So overall, what I'm trying to inform you of is play this potential run-up that can happen. As it gets closer, as more news is actually being released, especially from grapefruit, as things get close, we could see an effect happen with SNDL where the stock may begin to run up. SNDL still has other opportunities because, like I said, they say within the next 60 to 90 days. So that's something that you want to be aware of and make sure you're staying on top of the news. Like I do on this channel, I will make sure I keep you guys updated on further developments because this is key for anyone who's a shareholder and so forth. So overall, in general, I'm looking forward to seeing a bullish week from SNDL. But if we end up having pullbacks and so forth, be prepared. If you believe in this company, it's an opportunity where you can buy on the dips, probably bring your average cost down. Or if you already have built out a solid position already, just wait and see. Whether you're a short-term investor, medium-term, or long-term in regards to SNDL, all I want to remind you of is be aware of the risk, because this stock does come with a lot of volatility. So with that said, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and we'll talk soon.